Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the weekly comic book roundup. We've made it through this week's DC books. Now it's time to move on to this week's Image books. We've only got 3, so should be straightforward enough. Kicking things off, we've got Blood Squad number 7. Blood Squad 7 number 3. Bah. Blood Squad 7 is a book about a super team. Blood Squad 7 was a super team in the 90s. There was not a Blood Squad 7 book in the 90s, really. So yeah, they were elevated to superhero status or to celebrity status, but everything fell apart. The team fell apart. There were deaths. There were scandals. Everything that happens with with celebrities. So, but 30 years later, the team is being reformed. So the issue opens in 1993 with Blood Squad 7, some of the members of the team, taking on very, very obviously Spawn, though Spawn does not definitively appear in the book. But red cape, chains, teleportation, yeah, it's Spawn. And now, Blood Squad 7 member Blockhead is doing a celebrity charity bit. He rebuilt a house for a family that was destroyed. The house was destroyed by a EF5 tornado. And one of the other former members, Tachi, pops up, tells them about the fact that the team's being put back together, but no one told him about it. And Erica, the daughter of one of the original members of the team, and now and basically working new member of the team, is talking about what's become a scandal with one of the members. One of the marquee members is apparently a serial killer, and currently still at large. Apparently, but and she's accused of wanting this particular member. For name recognition. Same with previous member Bette Noir. So she's trying to figure out the best approach, but the first thought was to send the rest of the squad out to neutralize him ASAP, but that's a bad idea. That would be terrible optics. So he tried to say it was the member in question tried to say it was an alien shapeshifter. But then a apparent legacy member is met by Infinity. But this legacy member doesn't yet have a code name. But the team's attache, government liaison and whatnot, is talking with the Pentagon about the apparent problem. And a SWAT team is being sent in to take him down. Or basically a SWAT team. After he's just killed yet another victim. And in Georgetown, a replacement for Ripcord, the serial killer, is basically taken out of deep freeze. Apparently Ripcord tore apart the SWAT team, as Angela warned they would. So the team is ordered to assemble at their base. Doesn't seem like everyone's there, but yeah. But and Angela states that this was not how she ever imagined they'd be inaugurating the team, but support staff is fixing the high gear. President of the White House and White House press office are on fire, but they've got a job to do, and they need a full roster, as full a roster as they can manage in order to do it. And this full roster is going to be fielded. Also includes the new Ripcord. But Angela gives them a speech that there are a lot of distractions baked in the job, but media, politicians, and even the team's own history, the team can't let it get to them. This is, after all, this is 1992, and so the team are told they're superheroes and they need to start acting like it. And apparently, Ripcord, the serial killer, is headed towards Manhattan. And so, with mostly a full squad, the team's moving out. And that is where the issue ends. I'm digging this book. A lot of it is due to the self-awareness aspect of it. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, the members are very over the top, and I mean, the idea is that they were superheroes in the 90s, and well, the four members at least were superheroes in the 90s, and superheroes in the 90s were superheroes comics in the 90s were excess, very much, and extreme, yeah. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Rook Exodus, number 4. This is one of the Ghost Machine books, written by Jeff Johns and with art by Jason Fabok. Rook Exodus is set on a planet called uh, on a planet terraformed by a company called Better Planet Corporation. So we get some backstory on Rook. He was his his family was farmers. The farm burned down, and his dad was killed in the fire. He was recruited for Better Planet and became one of the wardens. The wardens control specific type of specific type of animal. Rook, crows, dire wolves, ursaw, bears, also swine and carapace, turtles and well, pigs and turtles. But Rook's birds don't really respond to his orders. It's hard to make them do what he says. But currently, they're running with Direwolf's wolf pack to get to Carapace, who is the protector of the world grid, or the wildlife grid, which Ursaw is attempting to steal. Swine goes at tries to impede them. Swine, the new swine. There's the first warden of swine was a friend of Rook's and was killed earlier in the series, and so his helmet was passed on to someone working with Ursaw. Rook intends to kill him and take his helmet back to avenge his friend. Then there's there's Pythonia, who controls snakes. She sends one of her larger snakes against Direwolf, while Ursaw attacks Carapace for the wildlife grid. But it turns out that Direwolf trained Ka, or the python, the snake warden, and flunked her out of warden school because apparently she was susceptible to instinct influence. Apparently, Ka's snake got into her head, and it changed Ka into a cold-hearted predator. But Rook gets some reinforcement with swine from Direwolf's pack, and takes Swine's helmet, and apparently Direwolf's pack is eyeing Pumbaa, previous Swine's prize pig. But Carapace is found after the attack, after his fight with Ursaw. Ursaw has the wildlife grid. and Rook's birds aren't exactly obeying, but and Ursa removes Rook's helmet, and he manages to catch it, but he's chucked over a waterfall. The birds telling him, fly or die, fly away, why don't you fly away? And that is where the issue ends. This book's been really neat so far. All of the Ghost Machine books have been honestly stellar so far. So yeah. Moving on though to our last book, we've got Void Rivals number 11. Our heroes have had to take off on their own against their respective peoples, and they're hunting them. They've apparently found the Leviathan of the Wastelands on their planet. It's one of the Autobots. I'm not entirely sure who, but it's apparently an Autobot turned into a helicopter. And he manages to help the Autobots, or help the our hero. Do we have no? He manages to help the heroes escape and definitively evade capture, but one of their pursuers has stowed away on their escape, and yeah. On the planet Char, Skuxoid is negotiating a trade, but they're trying to. Though he's being watched. On Quintessa, the Quintessons are the ones that have Skuxoid under surveillance, and near the planet is a Autobot ship with Hot Rod aboard. And he's sparring with a training robot, but the ship gets attacked, but apparently our heroes now have to part ways, or decide they have to part ways, and that is where the issue ends. Void Rivals and all the Energon books have been great so far. This is no different, so I have to admit, this really makes me want to look up all the Transformers to be able to figure out who they are without having to learn their names. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.